Manchester United 2, Sunderland 1. Samuel Lammens. I might not get the pronunciation right, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? See, I don't want to ever see Binder in goal again. Like, Lammens was a revelation today. Like, his performance, oh my God. I mean, you can just take away the fact that, okay, maybe we played a newly promoted side and all of that. But honestly, in this video, I'm going to give my reaction in two parts. One as a football fan, or rather one as a Manchester United fan, and then one as a football fan. So first of all, as a Manchester United fan, I'm going to say this. We're back in the title race. We're back in the title charge. Just a few points behind, and I believe, look, with this performance now, I believe Liverpool, come on, Liverpool, they are, I mean, we'll see what they put up against Chelsea today, but their performances over the season hasn't really been impressive. So, back to the game. Umbuemo, right? Umbuemo is here to stay. I feel like Umbuemo started this game with a mindset of realizing that his performance against Brentford was awful. Like, his performance against Brentford was a disaster. But nonetheless, you can see his assist to Mount, and then that Mount goal. I feel like you can see it. You can, if you take away the bias, if I take away the bias of wanting Amorim out of this Manchester United club, right? You can actually see the pattern in terms of the style of play. But my problem with this is that these performances, you only see them against lower sides. You hardly see them against the top teams. And then there are no, it's like we're creating the chances, but we are not being we're not being we don't have the finishing to complete these chances. And it just confuses you as to why it's like that. I saw a statistics that said Manchester United in this season Premier League so far, we have the highest number of shots to go, but we're still not scoring the goal. So you can probably understand the frustration that Ruben Amorim is having. But nonetheless, right, back to Lammens, the control that goalkeeper had in goal, you can sense like how he's in charge. And that is something our recent goalkeepers have been having, Onana and Binder. The way he comes out to catch the ball, even balls that you feel like, oh my God, maybe he's just coming out to punch it, he's catching it, and he's catching it confidently. Like, his performance sort of gives you this orgasm, and you could see it in Delete. Like, Delete was, he brought out the doggedness in Delete. Like, Delete then had the confidence to go for challenges, to go for the balls, to press the strikers, because he knows that, okay, bad as he gets, even if I miss the challenge, I have a goalkeeper, a keeper swiper, however they say that is coming to clear the ball. You can even see the chance that the Sunderland striker fell in the penalty box, like he was given a yellow card for simulation. And that it all boils down to Lammens. I bet you by then in that position, he's probably, like guiding, like in one spot, and then obviously the striker was going to win the ball against Fernandez. So you see the confidence that Lammens is bringing to the back line, and you just have to be impressed. You have no other option to be impressed. But I mean, you also have to consider the fact that you also have to consider the team we played. You also have to consider, I feel like Sunderland disrespected Manchester United. Like, the tactics they came out with, it was like they didn't give us that. They didn't even give us any little bit of fear factor, and that's what, like, brought us into the game. That's what brought us, gave us control. You can even see their manager, having to change his initial tactics in like what 35 minutes because he saw how we were literally taking over his four-man backline, and he played that formation with the hopes of pressing us and going after us, with that whole confidence press and all that. But with the, I would say, the urge to perform that the team came out with, it kind of like suppressed his status. He had to change it at 5 minutes, and then change to a five-man backline, having to sacrifice Adingra. So back to Lammens too. Another top performance you see from Lammens, despite the fact that we played the lower team, is that shot that Shaka had to go, right? I bet you that if it was Bayanda or Nana in that position, they are not saving that shot. And that brings what the game to 2-1. And if for any reason Sunderland brought this game to 2-1 at any point in this game, it was going to end a draw. So keeping that clean sheet was very, very, very important. You know, with the fact that we couldn't like get a third goal, we were struggling to get a third goal despite creating very, very beautiful chance. That Ahmad's header coming from that Bruno's. First of all, we have to talk about that Bruno's shot. That Ruif, I think that's the name of the Sunderland goalkeeper. That save was beautiful, and the way he made that save took the deflection to Ahmad. Ahmad should have done better in that position. Like it was literally an open goal, but nonetheless, we struggling to keep that to get that third goal made keeping that clean sheet very important, and that was what our first clean sheet this season. We were amongst the going into this game. We were amongst the four teams that are yet to keep a clean sheet so far this season. So keeping that clean sheet was very, very important, and I hope this performance really stamps his position as the number one for this club because we really need his aura, going further into this season. And then this win also was very important going into this 2 weeks international break because imagine going into this long international break with a loss or even a draw, and then our position on the table. So it was very, very important. And then also, lastly on Lammens, right? He's I feel like one thing he needs to maybe probably work on, even though I don't see it as necessary. But one thing he might probably work on is his ball playing ability. He struggles with finding his man, but nonetheless, the confidence he brings out in coming out to take control of the ball, like that's all I need. At least for now, that's all I need. So moving on further, right? This win makes it our this win makes it 3 home wins in a row for the first time since August 2023. So also very, very important. And then it kind of builds momentum into us regaining our home advantage, or home aura that we've kind of lost in a while. So that's a good one too. So moving further, one player I would give a red flag to is Dalo. Like Dalo's performance today I feel like he had a poor performance compared to the rest of the players in the team. And playing him in that left wing back position was an automatic setup because he struggles as a right wing back. He struggles as a right back. Talk more of now playing him out of position. So it's like he still held his own though because it was his throwing that led to that Sesko goal. And speaking of Sesko, oh my, we have a striker. I bet you we have a striker. We have a striker. And I feel like this comes at the cost for Zegzi because although, I mean, competition is healthy regardless. So, but Sesko is a striker. The way he drops to link up players, and that goal was very, very important for his confidence because that makes it what 2 goals in 2 games now back to back. So he has that striker aura. Like everything that led to the attack had to go through him. Like his link up with Mbuemo, his link up with Mount. And speaking of Mount, right? I feel like he's beginning to pay back. I mean, he's been doing it for a while. If you observe his if you observe his confidence. So um I feel like he's actually going to be a very, very important player in this our team moving forward. And I really just hope for Amorim that this formation sticks, like this formation starts to produce wins back to back, because the moment it does, right, Lammens in goal is enough to move this team forward. Maybe uh we need to make like a January midfield, like that has not even a maybe, that has to happen, because the moment we fix our midfield now, and with this our goalkeeper potentially being a revolution to our goalkeeping position, we are winning the league. Yeah, I'd say we're winning the league. We just need to make that January signing. We're winning the league. And at this point, I would say that as a Manchester United fan, I would say that our our expectation now, after watching this game, should be finishing top three. At least from now till we make that January signing, our expectation now should be finishing top three, because this right here, this right here, this right here, it's going to be a beautiful season. I don't know what you all want me to say again. It's going to be a beautiful season, because with this performance, right, 2-0 win, we controlled possession. This like the first Manchester United performance in a while that you can actually go back and rewatch the highlight as a fan. So now let me give my reaction as a football fan. As a football fan, I'm still not impressed. Why? The side we played, the um the kind of goals we got, right? The two goals we got, it was more of, I don't know, it was like, it would have made sense if the game ended like 3-0, like us getting a goal in the first half and getting a goal in the second half. Because why? The two goals we got were before the Sunderland manager made a change to his formation. And that's to tell you who a real coach is. That's to tell you the mentality of um the mentality of elite coaches. There's a reason why Sunderland are high in the Premier League table. So we got those two goals when Sunderland played a back four, right? And then coach quickly realizing what the team weakness were, and then he made a substitution, changed the formation to a back five, and then from that point moving forward, we struggled creating anything else. We struggled, not struggle creating, rather we struggled with taking our chances up until the final whistle of the game. So it now leaves a bit of doubt, like what then would have been the fate of this game if the Ipswich manager actually came to Old Trafford and respected us as Manchester United and respected us as a big team. Because he came and didn't respect us, and then his team had leaks because they couldn't contain the press of like our mid, should I say midfield, or like the wing backs, and then uh with how the team kind of struck, because Sunderland, they also had chances, right? They had chances, but the confidence of Lammens in goal kind of like kept limited how they penetrated the back line in some sense. So I feel like it was a good win for Amorim, but I feel there's still a lot of work to do in terms of how this team actually take their chances. But one positive there, despite all that, is Sesko. Sesko, the goal he scored, right? Any other person in that position, in terms of like people who've tried playing that striking position, Zegzi, Hoylon, who else? Chidobe, like every other person we've tried, even Mount as a false nine, all of that, they wouldn't have like that was striker instincts. That was like striker positioning. So I feel Sesko is going to actually have a beautiful season. But then another concern there is seeing how this team struggle with playing to Sesko's strength. We all made memes about Sesko coming to the club and doing the whole um air Sesko, flying Sesko and all of that. But how many overhead crosses have you seen? Like how many headers has Sesko how many heading opportunities has Sesko had? How many has the team created for Sesko? So it it leaves you worried. Like what is Amorim actually planning? Because you see how other managers react in game to situations that is not favoring their original plan or their original idea, and then you still see Amorim, despite anything, he would only change the players but never the tactics or like the formation. So I really hope like uh moving forward the team can kind of like gather momentum from this win and then probably make it like a back to back win going into our next game. And then I believe that if I was to give like a general top team rating, it's going to be like 7.5. And then Casemiro, like that's why that midfield sign is very important because Casemiro shows you and credit to Amarim, right? Credit to Amarim because Casemiro shows you why you need a midfielder. Like that yellow card he got, it was so unnecessary because look at where the team, how high the team was, right, in the pitch. Look at like the circumstances surrounding the foul. It was so unnecessary because the player on his own had even if he had somewhere to go, it was going to be a long way to go. So why make that challenge? Like why dive in like that? It was just so immature for a mature player. You understand what I mean? So like, but then credit to Amorim because he he learned from his mistake in that Chelsea game. You saw how when Casemiro got the yellow card, fans were expecting Amorim to like make the substitution, like take Casemiro out and bring in Ugarte, but he didn't, and then Casemiro ended up getting a second yellow and then leading to a red card. So at least Amorim has shown us in this game that he can actually learn and implement change to a previous mistake he made. So him taking off Casemiro like that was very very good because you like Casemiro is a volatile player. You cannot tell the next thing he was probably going to do something that will just blow your mind. He'll get a red card and then we're struggling. So yeah, he brought on Ugarte and Maguire and yeah, and then Mendo's performance today, I have to give credit to Mendo, right? And I would have loved if he took that chance, that Fernandez threw ball to him. Like I feel like he already did the hard work, and then he just kind of like lost count of his feet, and it would have just made sense if he got his goal. To be honest, so let me give like an individual rating now. Lammens 10/10 performance. Delete. I'll give him a solid 9. I'll give Euro like a solid 8. I'll give Shaw. Shaw really Shaw did a few one or two though. Shaw did a few, but like I said, the team we play, the side we play. So yeah, I'll give Shaw like a solid 8.5. I'll give Dalo was our worst player on the pitch today, honestly speaking. The only reason why I'm giving him a 6 is because of the throwing that led to goal. So yeah, Dalo is 6. Fernandez give him like an 8.5. Casemiro, that yellow card unnecessary. Solid 7 though. Ahmad really had like it would have been beautiful if Ahmad had a goal in this game, but like Ahmad really he really showed class in this game. So I give Ahmad like a solid 9. Buemo! That guy is going to see Buemo is going to be a Manchester United legend. If we go in the right direction, you know, Mbemo is actually going to be a very, very good player. You can't take it from him. Like, see the way he presses the ball, the way he like when he's with the ball, it's like it's glued to his feet. Like he glides with the ball. Mbemo, well, despite the fact that he got an assist today, so I'll give Mbemo like a 10/10. Mount, I'll give Mount like a solid 9. Like Mount is that dogged player. Like Mount is that, that Mount day for you. Like Mount gather for you. Like Mount for you. That kind of thing. So yeah, I'll give Mount like a solid 9. Then what's am I missing? Yeah, Sesko is a beautiful striker. I just hope Sesko is a beautiful, like he's a beautiful. And he played 90 minutes today, so I'll give Sesko like a 10/10. And then substitutions, Maguire, Maguire always Maguire, he just come in like he's just so I'm like give him like an 8. Then who else? Ugarte. I'm still not confused about that guy. 7. Who else? Who else came in? Cunha, yeah, Cunha. See, that guy. You know what's about Cunha, right? Cunha will give you everything except shot. That's something I'm noticing about him this season. Like he's giving you everything. He would like in tight spaces. Cunha would find a way, right? But Baba shoots ball now. Like what happened? You just end up, saying, "Oh yeah, my buddy, take the ball." Like, bro. So I feel like he needs to really work on his shots. And if he works on his shot, but if Cunha had like a better shooting this season, he'll probably have like 9 or 10 goals already. So yeah, probably just I don't want to rant too much about Cunha, but like he's a beautiful baller. I just don't like the fact that, and then in most of these shots he's shooting, it's like if you're gonna do that rubbish, you would have just been unselfish and passed the ball, because there's always a next man ball. You can see the logic behind him taking the shot if he had power in the shot. But if you know you're not gonna have power in the shot, then bro, like just pass to the next person that's probably gonna have a better angle and stuff like that. So yeah, nonetheless, Cunha is 7. Amorim's management today, man, I have to give it to him. Probably like a 9/10. Like I have to give it to him. Like yeah, he did what he was supposed to do. Except that starting that in the left wing back, I feel against a big team, bro, we will collect it. So he shouldn't try that again. But outside the whole starting that there, every other thing, right? Yeah, 9/10, stuff like that. So this is my match reaction to the Manchester United dominant win to Sunderland 0. And then I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm going to watch the Chelsea Liverpool. I'll be Liverpool Chelsea game now. So I'm seeing Chelsea Liverpool. Yeah, whatever, guys. So I'll see you guys.